Hello again. It is Eric Arnold here in my secondary studio on this Wednesday, July 7th. And I'm here to bring you free MLB picks for today, the big card of baseball here on this Wednesday. We got eight free picks here. Bad Tuesday. Right now we're just hitting some bad luck. You know, you hate to use luck, as an excuse, as a crutch, but damn it, I mean, this is the second time in as many weeks that we've blown a huge lead in the late innings. Bring Sparky in here, Sparky Anderson. Here, we'll set him up there, and there you can see him. I got this from the Flamingo Kid many years ago, so we don't throw nothing away here in the sports barn. We got knickknacks out the ass here in the sports barn. Sparky, what would you have done last night with this Reds game? Well, he was known as Captain Hook, but I tell you what, if you drop Sparky, who used to change pitchers frequently, as compared to his contemporaries in the 1970s, Sparky would be like, he'd be like Dusty Baker today. He'd just, guy would leave him out there for, more pitches than the rest of the managers. He had guys that would get 5 to 8 complete games a year. Nobody gets a complete game a year now. You got a guy like Castillo who's dealing, who's given up 1 run the entire game. He's got 99 pitches. What do you think about that? 99 pitches, Sparky? You think you would have had him come out for the 8th inning? You think so? I think so. I think I would have had him come out for the 9th inning, too, rather than turn it over to that shitty bullpen. See, that's why he changed pitchers a lot, again, compared to his contemporaries. It's because he had a good bullpen. The Reds have a shitty bullpen. So, but David Bell, of course, needs to rely on his bullpen because his little paint by numbers, how to manage book says, well, after 99 pitches and twice through the lineup, you've got to get your starter out of there, and bring in jabronis like Amir Garrett. They saw us coming. The Reds saw me coming. And they made sure they stuck it to us in the most ugly way possible, blowing a 6-1 lead with 2 innings to go. That's hard to do. That is hard to do. You've actually got to let balls roll through your legs to have that happen, which they did. Unbelievable. The Reds are the Reds. Charlie Brown in the football. I just, got it. So I'm going to say that was somewhat bad handicapping. I mean, they should have won the damn game. I mean, and even the Reds, generally speaking, will hold a 6-1 lead in the goddamn 8th inning. So that was just a little bit of bad luck. I kind of wish I'd not. The Twins was probably just bad handicapping. I've been saying that's a bad team, and now I'm talking myself into playing them. That's stupid. So I made a mistake there. The other games were fine. I mean, the A's just didn't happen. They had a 4-run lead. I mean, God damn it, I had a 4-run lead with the A's, lost. I had a 5-run lead with the Reds, lost. At least the Phillies got home. Otherwise, well, you probably wouldn't get a video today because I'd be so goddamn pissed off. But, we'll try to get it back today. So what do we got? All right, Sparky. Johnny Bench is the best catcher ever. That's what Sparky would often say, things like that. He would also pick out, players that were kind of sort of just average, and then he would declare, hyperbole for those guys, too. All right. Well, we're going to get going early here, I think at noon. That starts down in Tampa. yeah, we'll just keep trying to push the Indians on their losing streak. We're not married to this game, but I think it's enough. I think the Rays are good enough here to play them. They're a good home team. The Indians are on a bad stretch. A lot of injuries in Cleveland. The Rays got to keep winning. They can't coast. They got to keep going here. They got to try to win as many games as possible. In that you've got two pretty dangerous teams behind you as far as there's a lot of talent there, if not wins, in the Blue Jays and Yankees. And then the Red Sox are ahead of you. You know, you should be catching the Red Sox, Tampa. That's, if I was Kevin Cash, I'd be telling them that we're better than that team. Let's go get them. Let's not get this playing the one game of death wild card game. Let's go get these Red Sox. So it's not a hateful price here for the Rays, who are at home and are a better team than the Indians. So we'll lay that price there in game one of this series, or doubleheader. It's game two of the series, game one of the doubleheader. The Rangers, you know, I think it was probably a good spot for them. We had the Tigers in game one of the series. They won. Last night, the Tigers had their chance to, you know, win the series and potentially get on a real run, and they couldn't get it done. They you know, came back in the late innings, sixth inning, you know, I think it was the sixth inning, maybe the seventh inning, I'm not sure. But at any rate, one of their guys that's hot, for whatever reason, didn't play, and they pinch hit the guy, Eric Haas. He comes up with a pinch hit 3-run home run to tie the game, and the Tiger announcers are going crazy. You know, I'm getting this off of the little MLB highlight. You know, MLB puts together a highlight video for each game. It's about 7 to 10 minutes long. And so the Tiger announcers are going nuts. I mean, they're very excited. And then in the bottom half of the inning, they just couldn't hold it. Leaky defense, questionable relief pitching. The Tigers come right back and jump them and go on to win 10-5 going away. I think that momentum's just going to carry right into the day game today. You got Gibson going. I got Gibson without a case. And I like Mize, but I think Gibson's better. So I think you're getting value here. You know, I think we got an edge in starting pitching with Gibson. And I think the Rangers lineup is a little more dangerous than the Tigers lineup, especially at home. So we'll take the Rangers there. Happy DeGrom Day. You know, it's DeGrom Day. You thought it was yesterday, but it's today. Today is DeGrom Day. So he's pitching in a 7-inning game. Perfect for him. He might actually get it through 7 innings, maybe. I guess the big controversy, you know, it's New York. They always talk about something that really doesn't matter. Will he pitch in the All-Star game? Will he go to Denver? What's going to happen? What do we care? We just want to know, is he going to beat the Brewers today? I'm going to say he is. This isn't a terrible price for DeGrom. The Brewers are pitching one of their better pitchers, but we're going to say DeGrom is just better. That the Brewers, I think, had their big long winning streak, and now I think maybe they're just going to kind of coast into the break and, you know, just take basically a 10-day vacation. Just like, yeah, all right, we're good. You know, we've piled up a pretty good lead now in the Central, and you know, we'll check it in a couple. You know, we'll check it in a week and a half, see where we're at, see if we need to get back on the horse. So I think the Mets look pretty good for me here this afternoon in game one with DeGrom. We're going to go with the Angels. We're going to say they have a chance to pull an upset at home against the Red Sox. I think they're feeling pretty good about themselves after winning with Ohtani last night. I think he's one of their favorite guys. They like Ohtani. I think that they feel pretty good that he was bad. I mean, really bad in Yankee Stadium. And I think that kind of shook everybody. It's like, holy shit, we're relying on this guy to not just hit home runs, but he's got to pitch too. That's how bad we are. We need this guy not only to hit home runs, he's got to pitch for us too. So if he can't pitch, all he can do is hit, we're in trouble. Well, he pitched well last night, so I think the Angels are feeling good about themselves, and I think they've got a decent chance to pull an upset there. So we'll take them. The Phillies. I'm excuse me. I talked late night after that Reds debacle to Mr. Armstrong, and he's sad. I'm almost envious in that the Reds have captured his attention to the point that when they screw you with a big, ridiculous, shouldn't have happened loss, he feels bad. Right now, I don't think the Phillies could do anything to make me feel bad unless, I had them as a top play and they screwed me. But I have no compunctions about, I'm not rooting for this team. This team has no real interest for me, despite the fact that I'm a Phillies fan. I just don't like this team. But they're starting to win. The one guy I have kind of come to, feel an affinity for is Zach Wheeler. He's having a great season. He pitches tonight. It's another great spot for the Phillies. I mean, last night I thought this is a perfect spot for the Phillies. They should win this game. They should win it relatively easily. They scored 15 runs, and I still don't know they won it easily. Their bullpen is terrible, just awful. But, here today you got Wheeler. Their two best relief pitchers are available in Alvarado and Ranger Suarez. That's a pretty good name. Ranger Suarez. Texas Ranger Suarez. He could ride with, Chuck Norris maybe. But those two dudes are available. So it should be a well-pitched game for the Phillies. And let that knife keep falling on the Chicago Cubs. That looks like a team that's just, I don't know. When do they rally the troops? Where's the circle the wagons moment for those guys? So we'll go ahead here with Wheeler. I mean, like John Kruk said, you're riding a 10-11 game winning streak, and here comes he said the second best pitcher. He did, subscriber F. He did. John Kruk called Wheeler the second best pitcher in the National League. I beg to differ. But he said, here comes the second best pitcher in the National League. You're riding an 11-game losing streak, and now you got to face the second best pitcher in the National League. So we'll take the Phillies. We're coming back here at the A's. The A's cannot get swept here. This is not, you can't do it. You got to get one of these games, Oakland. You can't let Houston get out to a big lead here in the division. The A's generally don't allow that. The A's are generally one of those, they just seem to find ways to keep it close, to surprise, to do things you don't think they can do. The sum is greater than the individual value of the parts there with the A's. So we're going to go again with the A's. The Padres, that's a place we want to play. We want to play the Padres at home. They've got a real buzz going on out there. This looks like it's a good spot. We'll take them here. And then the Yankees. I'll do it. I'll go along. You sucked me in. The price is not hateful here. You're telling me I can get the Yankees at basically a 50-50 proposition, anywhere, basically. I mean, how much of a home field advantage is there really in regular season, midweek baseball? With the exception of teams, like the aforementioned Padres, that's kind of a special situation. where they're selling out. There's really excited in San Diego about that team. But that's kind of the exception. You know, for the most part, midweek baseball, you can play it anywhere, and who has the home field advantage? But so 50-50 proposition, and you got the Yankees and the Mariners. The Yankees and the Mariners. I mean, I know which team has more talent. You know, will it show through? Will they get it done, or are they going to continue to stumble around like a bunch of stumble bums and not be able to live up to their salaries? I'll do it. I'll fall for it. I'll go ahead. Now, Pittsburgh Louie, I know he texted me. It's taken me so long to make the video. He's going to put his picks in the comments, but I know he likes the Mariners. I know he's opposing me on that one. I think he's going with me on the A's. I'm trying to think if there were any others he was going to go with me on. I think that was it. He was going with me on the A's. He's opposing me with the Mariners. So we'll see. I'm going to add that up and see who has the edge here when we go head to head. My gut tells me it's about 50-50, but I'm not backing off of it. I think the Yankees have a definite advantage there tonight. They just beat the shit out of these guys. Now, all of a sudden, this Kikuchi's going to come out and just shut them down flat after they scored 12 runs last night? I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, your best plays, I would say, are the A's and the Rangers. And then the rest, I feel okay about. I mean, the ones I feel nervous about, DeGrom, of course. I don't know what. If that one loses, I'll be there going, why the hell did I do that? The Angels, I like certainly the Phillies. I like the Padres. Yeah, the Phillies and the Padres. I like those pretty well too. So, but hey, they're all picks. Let them all play. What else? England in the big soccer match today. What do you think about that? I guess I'm hoping that, I don't know. Yeah, they're my cousins, I guess. That's what we call these guys. Your English, our long lost cousins from England. And when we speak the same language, but they still have all their citizens imprisoned over this COVID nonsense. So that's nothing to be glorified there. I think Denmark is, they're the plucky underdogs. Plus, I think their people are actually free. So, I kind of want to sort of root for Denmark here. I'm almost thinking to myself, if Denmark won this game in penalties, and I watched the whole island of England commit collective suicide, that might actually be kind of funny. Because that's like their bugaboo is the penalty shot. England has had so many glorious failures based on losses and penalty kicks that they've got this national phobia about it. So I'm kind of. I hope the game comes down to penalties, just so just the crowd shots of people ready to kill themselves will be priceless. So we'll look for that later this afternoon as well. Good, great, thanks. Appreciate everybody that's here. I think I had a comment from subscriber Niner Nation that he's surprised at how many subscribers I have. Well, I don't know if you've been around, but a lot of them came through looking to talk politics, and so I don't know, how many actual sports subscribers we have. But at any rate, good enough. Thanks. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. That always makes me feel well. And I will speak with you later. Eric Arnold signing off.